What's up? This is Dylan Brooks from the Memphis Grizzlies, and I'm on the three-point conversion.
All three, we needed every point out there tonight, and that's just the way it's going to be. You know, we need every bucket, every point, every free throw to squeeze these wins out. And all three guys gave us great effort. So overall, you know, we did not shoot it great. You know, 42%, 14 of 40 from three. I believe those shots will go in. You know, Tay was 2 for 13 from three. I believe those will start to turn in our direction. So we got to keep shooting it, keep believing it's going in. But really proud of our guys, just the mentality not to give in. We could have easily given in there. We were not scoring it. They were making some shots, and we just stuck with it. So this was a gutty win, a character win, a resilient win. Our guys deserve that.
Rick?
JB, is it fair to say, you know, you played 4 starters 36 minutes or more. You made it clear before the game that you're going to need to lean heavily on experience. Are you up against the wall to the degree that you're going to have to lean in terms of heavy minutes on whoever has that sort of experience at this point?
Yeah, you know, again, Rick, I think we'll take it game by game. You know, my hope is that we can get at least one more body in the rotation. Tonight just felt like we got to go, you know, play the experienced group and go try to get a win. And that's what we did tonight. Is that sustainable? I don't know. You know, I don't know, but we got a lot of games in a short amount of period, and we're just going to have to feel it out game by game and see where we're at. I would like to, you know, not play those guys so heavily, but right now, being in this fight, you know, it may take this on a night-to-night basis. But my hope is that I can find at least one more in the rotation to limit some of those minutes out there. Tonight I went with it, Rick. You know, I went with 8 tonight, and that doesn't mean I'll stick with that moving forward. But I just felt like that was the right thing to do tonight.
Why did you feel that Biz was the choice at center behind?
Yeah, you know, it's a toss up for me between Biz and Cody. They both bring us different, you know, strengths out there on the floor. Biz, you know, defensively, we feel Biz. There's energy behind it. As I said, you know, he turns our defense. The minute he steps in the game, he turns our defense. And we saw that again tonight. Every time he's on the floor, there's more talking, there's more communication, there's more physicality. The rim looks different. The paint looks different. And I thought he did a really good job on the offensive boards tonight. You know, Biz 2 for 6. He gives us what he can offensively, but he continues to battle out there. He gets his second chance possessions. I just went with his experience and just his overall aggressive mentality out there on the defensive end. And as I've said to you and to the group before, I've got to lean on the defensive side right now. That's how we're going to get this done. And I thought he was fantastic tonight.
Thank you.
Let's go to Steve and then Will.
Hey JB, what were you guys able to do with Jared Allen? I think I think it was 13 in the first half. He only had 15 for the game. What were you able to do inside to kind of limit him in the second half?
We did a better job on the board. We were much better on the board with him, a little bit more physical. He got behind us a few times. I think we cleaned up our pick and roll defense a little bit better in the second half. I would say just overall, we were more physical with him. You know, we got to his body a little bit more, and we sandwiched him a little bit more on the board. So, and part of the keeping him off the board is staying in front of the ball. And you got to give, their guards are fantastic. Those two guards are a handful. Sexton and Garland, that's a dynamic backcourt. I mean, they are a handful. And we just saw them against Chicago. You know, they just tore through Chicago the other night. And those young guards are a problem. So back to Allen, when those two guards get downhill, it's tough. It's tough on the board. It's tough to control Allen because the bigs have to come help when he gets downhill, and it leaves Allen free on the board. So I think a big key tonight or in the second half was just containing the ball more on Garland and Sexton. And that allowed us to stay home on Allen. So, but I think more than anything, it was just more physicality with him and on the ball second half.
Let's go to Will.
JB, when Miles went into the starting lineup because of injury, you said you were concerned about losing his energy off the bench. How has he exceeded since going into the starting lineup your expectations of what he could bring to this team?
Well, he's continued to impact the team, and I was worried about it. I didn't know how it would look, but he deserves, to be in that group right now. He's earned it. He's brought that first unit energy, and he has sustained it. His efficiency's been there, his playmaking, his defense, and having Cody Martin and Miles, their energy to start the game is going to be really important for us to get off to good starts. That energy out of those two is going to be really important for us moving forward. So, I think both guys feed off each other on the defensive end, on the board, and in transition. And I think back to Rick's question about Biz, I hate losing some of that, what Cody Martin brings to us off the bench or what Miles brought to us. Biz brings more energy defensively for us right now. I think having that jolt off the bench defensively, it may not be as much offensively, but there's a bounce we get in our energy, especially on the defensive end when Biz enters the game. So I think that was part of the reasoning behind Biz as well here. I think, he gave us some jolt there, and that's something that Miles has given us off the bench as well over the course of the season. But I think Miles has handled himself well in the starting unit, and I think tonight was a very good example of that.
Is he a player without a ceiling right now?
I'm sorry, a player without a ceiling?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's big, he's powerful, he's athletic. Yeah, there's another level to Miles. I don't think any of us saw that, I don't think any of us saw the level he would get to this year. If you look at his body, his power, his size, and his current skill set, he's got another level to him, and I think that's exciting for our group. And I think a lot of it's just out of the plays he's making, the shots he's making. He's a shot maker now, he's a playmaker now. And for him to hit those two big shots, I mean, it's a credit to him. He's stepping up, making huge shots tonight. What was he tonight? 4 for 6 from 3. So give him a lot of credit.
Let's go to Christos for the last question. We'll stop there.
Hello, Coach. Congratulations on the win. Speaking for Miles, what is the most impressive part of his game from your perspective?
I mean, I've shared this a number of times. I mean, he's there's a number of things. I don't want to get too deep into it, but the playmaking, number one, as I said, he's able to make plays for other people off the bounce, in transition, out of pick and roll, out of slips. He's doing a tremendous job, number one, in his playmaking. His shot making might be at the top of this board right now. I think the shot making, his ability to make shots at the clip he's making, I don't think anybody anticipated that right now. And then you add the shot making off the bounce as well. The ability to make shots at the rim off the bounce, from 3 off the bounce. I didn't see that coming this year, and he's exceeded my expectations in that area. Where I'm going to give him credit as well as on the defensive end. Miles has been a work in progress, as we all know, on off-ball defense. And he's worked tremendous in that area the last couple of years, and he's really grown in that area. And I don't want to undersell that part as well, because that's as important as the offensive end, and obviously there's going to be mistakes out of every player defensively, but those mistakes off the ball by Miles that we've seen the last couple of years have become, fewer and fewer, and he deserves credit. All those those are 3 significant levels that he's grown in. So couldn't be more proud of him.